Studying abroad is one of the amazing opportunities in college to learn about other cultures and in some cases more of your own. That was the case for this Guilford College student when his professor took him to England.
Why? It's one of the fundamental questions of science research. As a first-generation student at Guilford College, John Romero Alfaro started in the biology department wanting answers to why certain home remedies worked.
Coming to college and actually learning why this stuff works and it actually happens really I guess proves to me that our culture makes sense and is justified.
Intro to Molecules and Cells was the first course he took to help unlock unanswered truths about his Mexican-American culture.
We actually make concoctions of different herbs and oils in order to see if it actually helps with E. coli and things like that.
The teacher behind his epiphanies is biology professor Michele Malotky.
I have a really personal connection with Michele because of that, and she was able to bridge that gap of my culture and biology and make it make sense.
Professor Malotky isn't just making those connections for Alfaro on the Guilford College campus. They just got back from learning abroad.
Growing up in a household that was so interested in education and really, tried to instill that in myself and my brothers, it was a real privilege to have the opportunity to travel abroad as a young person. And so for me, it's just been wonderful to be able to share that with my students, and I think they sense that when I get there because I'm giddy too.
I have started my materials and methods part of my thesis.
Oh, good.
Professor Malotky has taken students around the world.
I've taken them a lot of places, so I've taken them to the Galapagos, and I've taken them to Madagascar, and I've gone with them to northern Italy. And so England is actually one of the more recent locations.
Alfaro joined Professor Malotky on that 3-week visit.
As a Mexican-American, we do a lot of natural remedies at home, and that was one of the aspects that we had in the trip was that we learned poisons and the natural remedies of them. So I focused on aloe, which is an herb that we use a lot at home, just to again bring it back to my culture and back to my family, and prove that it does work.
Whether at home or afar, Malotky wants this learning cycle to continue.
I love teaching, and it's a form of lifelong learning because I'm always learning along with my students.
She's amazing. She's a very powerful woman in STEM, and I really look up to her.
That's such a beautiful story. They learned how to make whiskey and wine and how to do dyes while they were away in New England, as well as learning about just different plants and how they could be poisonous. So I was like, that's fun to do.
It is.
That sounds amazing.
I'm so jealous. I never got to go abroad, did you?
No, never. I've never been to Europe. I've been to a bunch of Caribbean islands in Central America, but never Europe.
If you can study abroad, it is such a great experience. I got to go to St. Kitts and Nevis for public health and disaster preparedness when I was in college, and just learning about the different cultures, and we went to a lot of hospitals to see how things are done there versus what we do in America. And it's an experience I'll always remember. If you get the chance, there are scholarships out there and ways to help fund it. It's definitely impactful.
It's cheaper to go while you're in college.
Yes,
it is. My son, who goes to SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design, they have a campus in France.
Wow.
And so he was like, I think I want to go.
Yeah,
you have to.
And let him start preparing now.
Yep.
If you got to get your ducks in a row, that coin together,
Get your green in a row.
Yeah.
That's what that's going to be.
Your green.
Your green. Daddy's green.
Guilford College actually has this program where for the first 3 weeks of the semester, if you want to do study abroad, they literally allocated the school semester doesn't start until after that 3-week period. So either if you want to do an internship or anything for that first 3 weeks, you can do it immersively and not have to worry about classes yet. So they have that integrated into that school program.
Wow, that's really impressive.
Because they want students to take advantage of it all.
I want to go to Europe so badly. That's
let's take this
4 to 5 on the road.
4 to 5 in the UK.
On the go.
4 to 5 around the world.
Can you imagine?
I'll be in France.
I'll be in South Africa.
The truth will all be at the green screen with countries put up behind us. That's what it's going to be.
That's true.
All right,
Wishful thinking, I guess.